Got a little bit more time to go. Getting this good sweat in. Let me get my smoothie. Woo! Gotta get my smoothie. Got a little bit longer to go. Hope everybody having an amazing morning. You know, I'm back in my city of Flint, handling some business. But I gotta get my workout in every day. I gotta get my miles in. And I do my strength training. But I hope everybody having an amazing day. I know I am. The sweat dripping down like a mug. Got our good smoothie. Whew. And like I said, all my friends and family subscribe to the page. Come to class sometime. Hit me up. Like I said, I'm back in Flint, Michigan right now in my city. When I leave here, I'll be headed to Sacramento to check on my moosties out there. I'll be out there for probably a couple weeks. Then I'll stop in Vegas and back to AZ. But I just jumped on here to holler at the family, man. First, peace and love to all true Moors and true light seekers. Peace to everyone. Peace to all my melanated brothers and sisters. All my European, Albion, and Trailerdyke brothers and sisters that's here to help me educate those that want to be educated and lead my brothers and sisters back to who we were before we were tampered with. And so this is what I want to jump on here and have this little quick intellectual discussion with my brothers and sisters, because we have to get back into wisdom. We have to get back into this scholarship. If we so-called the masters of the universe and created everything, and the first universities was in Salamanca and Spain and Timbuktu, etc., then why do we promote being an idiot? Oh, I dropped out of school in the 3rd grade, or I dropped out of school before I got to the 12th grade. And we promote goofy stuff in our culture. Like, instead of, for instance, I said we'll celebrate a brother coming home from prison, but won't celebrate a brother graduating from college. We'll put money on a person's books in prison, but if a person needs some books in the university, we won't help. We'll go to a rap concert and go to all these clubs and club pop each week and say, oh, it was whack, and continue to do it, and won't take the same effort in your science and your spirituality, connecting to people. That's why I said, if black is acting stupid and white is right, I done told y'all, I'm definitely not black. It's only a handful of Moors I came across that's intellectual. Here. The rest of them trying to get something. Some sovereign citizens, or think they finna file some paperwork, or think they finna give up their license. They think they finna expatriate from this de facto government. And I say, you a fool and a criminal. And then they all want some ID. I said, that don't mean nothing. You can go to jail with any form of ID. This Moor science is not no ID. And so when I be telling people, man, like, I'm all for reparations. But I know, and every educator know, every scholar know, no matter what color you are, if you hear the tell the truth, if you're like a 5%er, and I'm using that as an analogy when I say 85% of the world is dumb and blind. 10% of the world know the truth but won't tell it. But 5% of the world know the truth and they tell it. And they call them poor righteous teachers, because when you teaching the truth, it's gonna seclude you because it's not popular. If I was on here acting goofy and hanging out and telling you I can get you this money like those one dudes, you know, Polite and all those people telling you I can do this in renting cars, I have 1 million people. But that ain't my mission. I'm not here to do this. I'm a clean glass. You put a clean glass next to a dirty glass. The dirty glass is gonna humble out on its own. Why? Because the dirty glass is gonna be doing criminal activity. They're gonna X themselves out. All that little change, all them designer clothes, all gone. I'ma still be here. And I told people this from the beginning. I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in science, I've been in spirituality, I'm an educator. I know when you're doing criminal behavior, you're going to prison. It's nothing new under the sun. And I'll be telling our people, you can't take on the behaviors and the likeness of, no disrespect, I'ma say this, a culture of people that do sick stuff. Like Nambla and the European Greeks. When you a scholar, and I'm giving you scholarship, in Greek mythology, the priest, he do stuff with the kid. That's how they bring those young priests up in a society. We can't take on the, how can I say, the likeness of those that's just messed up, because that's their society. That's Nambla, that's them. The brother in Abercrombie and Finch, that old European, he down there 80-some years old, he looked like a garbage pail kid. All that fake plastic surgery to look like a kid. And he was doing the same thing Diddy was doing. Is he in prison or did he get bail? And I ain't comparing and contrasting this. I'm using this as an example to all my brothers, and I'm using this as an example to these Moors, especially to these young Moors that's confused on nationality, thinking somebody can nationalize you, thinking somebody can give you some piece of paper and you can file it and get some money. That's criminal behavior. That's like a European militia. And a stupid, and I'm gonna say the stupid misnomer black Moor with a fez on will be in prison sitting right next to the European militia. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Just like these Moors talk about, we don't pay taxes and this and that and the other. I say, okay, well, why? Bless that sheik heart. I'm telling you the truth. Why did the damn sheik in Chicago that passed, and if y'all know his name, why he went to prison for tax evasion for all that time and trying to get all his people to fill out taxes for millions of dollars to leave people in a burning house, and you know you're doing criminal behavior off the dribble, and then trying to use the law that you say you don't have to abide by, and try to have the referee, the judge, see your case in the same parameters as what happened, like a precedented case, like someone that did this is the time they got. But we don't send our people in no burning house. Y'all better listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of people are getting ready to be made example of. I haven't been saying names. I'll tell y'all groups, those Rise of the Moors, y'all forgot about all them brothers? Some of them went, some of them got released, messed their whole life up. Y'all don't know it was two people working there, our federal informants. When people get in trouble and stuff, when I say it's what's the Free Information Act, all you gotta do is look these people names up. People in the military, low rank military, you will see all the tragedy that these people did, because that's the Free Information Act. And you can see when a person already got priors and this and that, and ETC being militia, they'll leave people in the burning house and they'll stay out here. Hell, look at your boy, Reverend Al Sharpton. Look at him. We'll be talking about stuff. Look at Ron Karinga. Like so many misnomer black, we take on stuff and think it means something. All made up. This is what I'll be telling my brothers and sisters. Dude, you going to jail. And I don't have no quarrel with no old sheik, what people be calling this person, oh, this grand sheik, this person, my grand sheik. But I ain't playing no word salad with no people. I don't got time to just be talking a whole bunch of stuff that I know you don't know what I'm talking about. But then when people take that and try to take that in the exoteric, meaning outside, instead of understanding it's the inside, and try to use that and get in trouble, then you got to come defend it. And then all them old people, well, he didn't say that, he didn't say that. But he didn't correct you, for you didn't take what he said and misuse it and get your head bust and go to jail and give up your license and start squatting in your house and get your power cut off and have a generator in your house. And then and he don't tell you that the local and the state laws trump any of that, and you get your kids took and the social workers take your kids and all that, but you say everything is yours. Listen, when I talk about a willing obligor, like I tell empresses, oh, they can't tell me this. When you use anything for the government your daddy. When you on welfare Section 8, the government your daddy. And they tell you these are the stipulations for us to help you on welfare or on Section 8. And they exclude the man. You know I'm telling the truth. So when these people, what did you have your child at, your son or your daughter, at the hospital? Okay then. Do you have to go to the hospital and have your baby? Nope. Do you have to go to the city hall to get a marriage license, which is a civil contract? Nope. Not if you're part of a religion, because the religious laws trump everything. And if you don't know that, that's your fault. The religious laws of the indigenous people trump everything. I'm building this up to y'all. Your religion, your spirituality trump this. You got to understand this. If you don't, you lost. We have a marriage union. So I have my temple in school. I'm a sheik through the Moorish Science Temple of America. Got my nationalization, sheik paper, all that through the temple. That don't make me no better. I'm an educator. But what I'm telling you is, we don't know because we don't have people to sit down and teach us. You got 5, 6, 7, 8 damn Moorish Science temples in Chicago. Like, make that make sense. Like, that clearly tell you the aptitude of individuals in a small geographical area and a radius of, say, 20 miles. You got 4 or 5 Moorish Science temples of America in Chicago. That's the dumbest thing ever in the world. You don't see mosques like that because you're going to have one in a certain area where everybody can come pray together. This is just facts. And so when I talk about reparations, when I talk about nationality, when I talk about, I keep it in law. I keep it in a way where you can look it up, where people playing these games, man, like old sheiks. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody say this, they sheik. Okay, that man older than me. So if that's the case, if nationality is the order of the day, y'all, we still ain't figured it out. If the European Jew fought for their Jewish nationality, why don't the Moorish American do the same thing? Because we already Moors on paper. At all City Hall, we Moors on paper. And I ask brothers and sisters that be playing this reparations game, or you not down for reparations? Did I say I wasn't down for reparations? We don't listen. Yeah, I'm down for reparations. But then you got to start dealing with etymology. Then you got to start dealing with the root of the word. Then you have to start dealing with origin of the word to extract something out of that. Because it's some, how can I say it, prerequisites that must be done, and it's contingent on you knowing something before anybody, misnomer group of people, going to get some reparations. And you have to understand the origin of reparations. You must be willing and have first to educate yourself on repairing yourself back to your original state before you were tampered with. No black person, I don't care how passionate you are, I don't care if you got some PhD, people be sending me stuff, oh, we got this reparations meeting, Sheik, we'd love for you to come. Dude, I'm not gonna come there and to a whole bunch of misnomer black people and give them a false hope that misnomer black people can file some damn paperwork and get some reparations. All you're gonna be doing is having your money being ate up by these lawyers that no persons mean nothing. It will just change over ownership. They know this and I know this. I'll sit and talk to any prosecutor or attorney, any lawyer, and they will be quiet when I speak. Because they know a misnomer black person, an African American, a Negro that's synonymous to slavery, misnomers, they know black people never will get no damn reparations. And so what we do, they have these entertainers, no disrespect. Y'all saw that summit with T.I., Carnell West, Tavis Smiley, and they sitting up there with a smile talking about your freedom is connected to blackness. Okay, well, explain it. Because I can explain that metaphysically, but you damn sure can't explain that lawfully. Negros up there playing word salad. Yes, melanin. Yes, we understand melanin. The chemical makeup to man, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Yes, we get all that. But that ain't got nothing to do with no freedom as a people. You know? These is facts. It's no disrespect to nobody in the world. I don't care how many alphabets that you have behind your name. They didn't break down the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th Amendment on that summit. They didn't break down the Declaration of Human Rights. Article 15, they didn't break down House Joint Resolution. They didn't break down the, I got you, Noble. They didn't break down none of that. They didn't break down the religious rights of indigenous people. They didn't break down nothing constitutional for you can have some understanding. They didn't break down Reconstruction law, because if you have a clear understanding of the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment, Reconstruction law, misnomers, then you will have to agree with what I'm saying. because you know. And you're not dealing with people because you like them, like this is a popularity contest, which most misnomer Negroes do. You know, just like in politics and things. In my city of Flint, the politics game is so messed up, just like in the city of, what is that, Dalton, where they got Tiffany Henry. Our own people can mess stuff up. Because a lack of knowing. It's all, I like this person. But just because you like some person don't mean they're the right one to be lead, because their aptitude, their wisdom is not there. You need the right one that's anointed and consecrated. You shouldn't be dealing with the person that's going to get you to the promised land based off some damn likes. Oh, I like them. Oh, I don't like them. That don't even make sense. So when we talking about this topic, I'm all down with reparations. But I know a Negro, a black, a colored, African American that's synonymous to slavery, man, your black bleepity bleep, never get no reparations. I don't care how many meetings you have. I don't care how many professors get up there talking that word salad. I'll sit there and be like, man, you know this is BS. It only taking me 20 minutes. Done deal. We a nation of laws. We are in the Constitution. We don't got to create no new Constitution. You're not a slave. You got to understand this. And once you understand this as a people, it's the same way. You file a petition. The same way when you're running for office and it goes to a certain place. Collectively. Just like the European Jews did, and they stayed on it. But what do? You ask your brother, oh, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Muslim, or I'm a Mason. I didn't ask you that. I said, you got to have a nationality to take on the affairs of the world. You're not Negro, black, or colored, African American, all synonymous to slavery. You got a nationality, you have a race, and you have a status. And you are white by law, and you don't even know this. I ain't no white man. I ain't say he was white, because ain't no such thing as a white man. It's like it ain't no such thing as a black man. Read the book Invisible Man. And all these professors and politicians, it's a joke. I'll be waiting for some African-American student get on here and act like they know something. I said, dude, you don't know what the Declaration of Human Rights consists of. You don't study, right? You don't know lawyers and prosecutors. You don't deal with law and policy of indigenous people. YouTube. You don't have a history of education and being in all different houses of spirituality and going to prisons and doing all this. And being a Moor don't make you, it's not going to make you all ruler of the world. Nobody cares because you a Moor, that's it. Just like another person say they this, another person say they this. It's a standard that we have. It's the way that we carry ourselves. Moors are not sovereign citizens. That's an oxymoron. Moors are not sovereign citizens. And we're not no foreign national. How can you be a foreign national? That's an oxymoron as well. And if you don't understand this, that's your fault. I asked him more, I said, what's the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15? I don't know, she. But you talk about, can I claim your nationality? You know I can't claim. How can I do something for you? I didn't birth you. I can't do something. I'm not the creator. I teach you your declaration. I teach you your status. I show you about due process. I show you about the religious laws and why the religious laws are so powerful and being under the religious laws. Wentworth Matthews and them, under the more Zionist Jews. I showed everybody this for years. I've been showing this to people for years. And then when you deal with more science, we let these idiots that's Islam Moors get on there and try to tell you what type of Moor that you are and don't understand. Man, you got Tawny Moors, you got Egyptian Moors, you got Sufi Moors. I'm a Sufi. I don't believe in nothing outside of myself. It's not no Islam. It's not no European Christianity either. We are the holy books. We are from the tribe of Judah, lineage of David by blood. If you don't know that, it's something wrong with these Moors. So how are you dissing the biblical scriptures and you all in the biblical scriptures? Ruth the Moabitess, all that is in there. And you don't understand science. And you diss in holy books. Because we don't know who we are. I mean, it's like, I'm in Flint, Michigan. It's a Moorish Science Temple of America on ML King. Them Negroes can't even be consistent. And so that's why I ask people, they say nationality is order of the day. And you talking about somebody done claimed your, somebody went corrected my status. Can nobody you meet on the internet correct your status? Are black people that stupid? Are misnomer black people that stupid? And I ask my brothers and sisters this, I'm coming from the heart. As an adult, I can see a young man that just watching a whole bunch of videos and don't know how to research can get excited, which a lot of young men do. It was young men that got excited, that was following, no disrespect, a lot of stuff. And he said he got it from Taj Tariq Bey. I'm not saying that. Young brother got himself murdered. Empress got herself murdered. Nothing that's righteous should get no one killed. I'll never tell you to give up your license to drive your motor vehicle and be out on the roads, on the highways and byways, uninsured with your babies and all that. I'm not finna tell nobody. If that's what you do it. But then when somebody hits you and all that, you're gonna try to use the laws that you say you don't abide by to defend yourself. How crazy is that? Oh, I'm finna go sue. Oh, I got the paperwork. I'm finna go to the courts and sue. But I thought, what are you talking about? What are you in court for? Most of these Negroes are in court for traffic law or being criminals. And we have to be honest with that. These people ain't in court on nothing real, or they done signed the petition, which the prophet already did. It ain't no more work for us to do. Don't y'all know the Moorish Science Temple of America is forever? Once the prophet died, we are the vanguards, the ones that's part of the temple, like power of attorney. You got to understand this. The Moorish Science Temple is never going to end. And if it's new officials, it's on the temple to go to the county clerk, recorder of deeds, and change the paperwork and say, hey, this person is this person is this. That's on the organization. That ain't got nothing to do with no state. And these Moors playing the game with y'all. We got to file some paperwork. It ain't no paperwork that you got to file. Our prophet already done this. Now you got to find a group of brothers that's doing it the right way. Of course you were more individually before the prophet. I didn't say that. You were more by birth. But the religious laws trump everything. That's why I've been breaking it down. Now, when I show people the state booklet, how the prophet set up the temple, you have to be able to be like, you know what, Sheik, I need that information. I have the information. I have a whole library. If I was a European man out here with all our science, all our study, all our feathers, Negroes would be going to buy that stuff up from. Now we got to go buy our stuff, this for the men to keep our. Well, you should be wanting to get the info, for you can have it. So when these sovereign citizens come in with that trash and with that word salad, you can check it. Because I don't care about a TikTok post. I don't care about going viral. Man, I'm a real person. I be having prayer. I'm like, today is Juma. I'm going to holler at my people because I'm a map and a guide. I know Al Salat. I tell people I'm a Moor. I do things the right way. I bring people together. You know? I tell people to stand up and arise. And if you are Al Islam Muslim, it's in there. Because that's the time for the God to relax. And it's in your ayats. It's in there. And so we got to stop. It's us collectively got to say, man, we need to come together and put it on record that we're not Negro, Black, and colored and African American as a people. We got to support one body. I have my own school. That's why I got Moors from all over the map, because it's certain temples in certain areas and it's all rhetoric. A whole bunch of old sheiks in there talking a whole bunch of stuff like they can nationalize you, got you paying a whole bunch of paper to get an ID. Them Negroes can't do nothing. I tell y'all can get the paperwork from I have the information, especially from the CCRD, telling Sheik Love L and all them that the 1099 is not no trust fund at the end of the rainbow. It's a religious affidavit. I don't understand why these Moors continue to be lying. And if you're the Moorish Science Temple of America, you should be set up a certain way, how the herds say it. Because there's only one temple, it's only one prophet. I don't care if the temple is in Chicago or Flint or Cali. If it's the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's only one. We got the same divine creed, we got the same bylaws. Now, you can have a fascist group and the person call themselves the Moorish Science Temple of the world and this, and that, and the other. And them people in there acting like they doing something. Y'all know this is the truth, and it must be said. You got more out here with some damn badge on their neck, some AA22 number, and people want a badge. Oh, I need that badge. And I ask every Moor, what do you think that badge gonna do for you? Negroes always want some pageantry stuff. Oh, you see that badge that brother got on with the AA2? That ain't nothing but a number you can look up some in the Library of Congress. Look it up for yourself. If you want to get technical, I already showed y'all what that AA22 number is. It was a doc number for some paperwork that was registered in the Library of Congress. If you don't know that, it's sad. If you know that, you be like, yep, that brother telling you the truth. And we got people that be sitting in front of college students telling people, yeah, when I pull this badge out, the police just, no, you a lie, Negro. All that mystical, fake stuff. Just like the Moorish consulate, whatever general of Morocco, got his head bust on the edge of the highway, screaming. And then calling home from prison, getting everybody caught up because those phone calls is recorded. Huh? More science is none criminal. More science, you're not a militia. None of that. We're not trying to overthrow no damn government. I'm so tired of hearing retired Negroes with fezes on talk about our prophet said we got to create our own government. You a lie. Our prophet said be industrial and take on the affairs of men and the nations. Ain't tell us to talk about we got to create our own government. Because if you understand something, our government is already created. Our prophet said you're going to leave the European here long enough to show you how to build your own government. So if that's the case, what am I talking about? People are like, oh, he said he's going to build our own government. No, yes, spiritually, religiously, scientifically, because the religious laws trump this. You have to be listening. You have to sit down and be educated. And the first time somebody hears something, they run out, fear them, and they get their head bust. Look how many people talk about they getting ready to expatriate from this de facto government and got their ass locked up. And when you do that, that means you stateless. That you are what? Are the domestic terrorists. What you mean? Foreign and abroad. When you give up your status, who do you have affiliation with? You don't have, you ain't a citizen of another country. You talk about you finna expatriate from this de facto government, listening to old fools. But they, dumbasses, ain't did the shit they telling you to do. Don't you know the United States of America right here is the only place that you can have nothing and become something? Man, this is the land of the free, the home of the brave. If you a criminal, then that's on you. But I'm talking about a person that don't have nothing and can pull themselves up by their bootstraps like the European Jews did. And these Negroes talk about they want to expatriate from this de facto government. Where your goofy self finna go? You ain't never been in no Africa. You ain't been nowhere. But you talking about you gonna go back to the motherland. Well, what tribe? What tribe? These Moors don't have no money. But I want to expatriate from this de facto government. You a fool. Your mother and them are from here, but you finna expatriate from the de facto government and be a domestic terrorist, foreign and abroad. You a fool. And any Negro get on here and tell you that, they a fool. And they don't have nothing. They probably living with a woman on Section 8 on welfare, but on the internet talking about the government. But you living with a chick on welfare and Section 8. Everything that you get is from the government. What are you talking about? Where you get your toothpaste? Government ran stores. Where your bank account? Stop lying. These more we talk about they this and that and the other. Did you register your car? Yeah. Some of this stuff is not my fight. Like I tell people, I am not taking on a whole bunch of stuff that's meaningless to me. That won't change my life. I am not finna do some things that people doing. It ain't changing your life. All this stuff, it's just like marching. We're gonna march. When my brother was murdered in Flint, Michigan, them Negroes, we gonna march. I said, where I'm marching to? To the person's house that killed my brother? Talk about some marching. After we march, then what? What y'all niggas wanna go eat some chicken? I don't got time for that. I don't have time for no game. Man, we teaching our people their nationality. Okay, what do you teaching people? You teaching them to resurrect themselves, because I can't nationalize you. I don't have that power. That's why the Moorish Science Temples of America, if they were doing their job, if it's a Moorish Science Temple of America, and you understand what I'm saying, you should be able to go to that temple. That's what that temple should be doing for you. The Moorish Science Temple of America, if it's one in your area, them Negroes in there should be doing what the prophet said. And just charging you a registration fee, because it costs to do, paperwork, all this to get your baptism paper. And if you're on my level, to get your your sheet, your decree paper and all that, and they make your 3 ID cards. It's just a process fee, and it don't change nothing. And you don't be flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your ID is for your salvation, and failure to obey these laws will be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these laws are broken, justice must then take its case. Course. Everybody know it. And if you don't want to abide by these laws, take off your fez, your turban, return your ID, and go back to the state where I, the prophet, found you. These is facts, man. And y'all know it. I know Moors all over the world. I know professors that's Moors. I know doctors that's Moors. I know business owners that's Moors. Hell, I was just at a shoe store here. I'm in Flint, Michigan, called K&G. I'm looking at some stuff. A brother like, you him. I'm like, what you mean? Because I'm always on point, even though it been years ago that happened to my brother, but my head is always on a swivel. He like, no, brother, I'm brother Felipe, blah, blah, blah. He like, I follow you, brother. He was like, you one of the realest brothers, this, and that, and the other. Well, if that's the case, come on in. When I be telling people, I said, oh man, I've been following you for 5 years. And then the brother say he or more. Well, then you need to help me bring this science to the world. Support mentally, spiritually, financially. This is what I be telling people. Be a guest in my classes on StreamYard. I'll give you the link. Support. This what I be telling people, man. I ain't here to argue with nobody on no internet. I'm not here to be like I'm somebody God, because I'm not. I'm just a map and a guy in the flesh. That's it. And I give you things to look at with your own eye as I navigate in this real world. And I use social media as an outlet. It's a beautiful tool when you use it in a positive way. If you ain't on here all day looking at porn or whatever you're looking at, it's a good tool where you can reach the masses, especially us as adults that may not have seen each other face. We should be greeting people in the right way. And if we're not here to learn or acquire any form of wisdom, we shouldn't be on a person page, because that shows the aptitude of an adult. I tell people, go raise your kids, do something productive. Don't be a troll. Don't waste your time. Get serious with things. And I ask every more that. They thinking some ID is going to change them. And I said, what is going to change? What a piece of paper is going to change you from? Oops. Oh, my brother trying to hit me up. My bad, bro. I hit you back, bro. I hit you back. I don't even know how I did that. Oh, man. I don't know how I did it. Hold on, y'all. You said reparations in what way? I don't know what I just did. Reparations in what way? Explain what you're saying. Because my platform is a safe place. I'm not here to argue with no one. That ain't my mission. We've been miseducated. We send our kids to these schools to get all this miseducation, this Eurocentric and this Negrocentric propaganda. What do you say? I didn't know you knew. Yeah, man, I knew all that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading something else too. Oh, there you go. Explain yourself. What's that? I ain't got my glasses on. Sean Lewis, when I say reparations in what way? That should be simple. When a person say reparations in what way? What way do you think? No disrespect, but I mean, reparations, if only one way to get reparations, listen, they want to keep you as a Negro, black, and color to stop you from looking from your family land patents. That's one. But that's so much more education, That's so much more education. But you said, what do you need reparation for if you didn't do anything, you were a slave? You said, John Meredith, what do you need reparation for if you didn't do anything, you weren't a slave? I didn't get that. What do you need reparations for if you didn't do anything, you weren't a slave. Now, back to what I said, if people listen to the words that I say I don't have a problem with reparations. But reparations are for people that something been happened to. Reparations, monetarily, etc., is for a certain group of people. It's in our teachings. I break it down in Exhume of the Nation. I have the big Exhume of the Nation, the book that they charge for thousands. I convert a lot of stuff to PDF on my printer. And I share this information. So as a teacher, I try to help you, not tell you what to do, because then a person won't research it. I try to give you a little bit of spark to do what? Go do a little bit of research and then come back and we can have dialogue. But if a person just from the whole level of unknowing and just question mark, and don't want to do no research to fill their cup up to have some ammo, I think that's a disservice. You know? But collectively, remember, I talk about things collectively because I'm all with doing things collectively as a people. I don't want to do nothing by myself. I'm down with reparations. Our prophet down with reparations. All true God men, holy men that was part of the temple was down. I'm with reparations. But you got to remember, Negro slaves are not going to get reparations. That need to be taught first. What? Law, Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. You need to have a clear understanding on the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment. You need to have a clear understanding on manumissions. You need to have a clear understanding on all that, and then a lot of stuff will be filled in. You'll be able to fill in the blanks. I'll be able to give you a form and say fill in the blanks, and you'll be able to fill in the blanks. It's just like when they put a form in your face, and it's the SF 181 form. And most Negroes, I don't care if they think they're more, they think they so smart, and I say fill out what's you. I done seen Moors say, well, Moorish American ain't on here, they put black. Or I seen other Negroes, they'll make a box and put other. What you did, how can I say, voided all the paper. Because you can't make no box and put other. That ain't what they ask you. You on there. It said check all that pertaining to you. So if you don't know this, you need to be educated on this. And this is what I tell my people. I'm not here. It ain't nothing to be upset about. Anybody will tell you this. That no law. That no constitutional law. That know the rights of the indigenous people. They'll tell you this. And they'll show you the precedent in law. They'll show you where you can find it for yourself. The same way I do. You know? Slaves is not going to, only people that's going to get paid for reparations and that have gotten something for reparations is the master that created the slave. The Dred Scott Law was never abolished. Negroes will never get reparations until we give up those names that denote, that's synonymous to slavery. And it's simple. You annex your El Labay. Your last name is not no slave name. That's some man-made religion, the Nation of Islam. No disrespect to them brothers. I said, my last name ain't no slave name. My family don't come from no slavery. My family was always free men. I gave y'all the ancient name. The ancient name, Berber Moor, I gave it to y'all. I shared it. And it means free men. I gave everybody. I said, listen, this word Berber is synonymous to Moor. And it's the ancient name that means free men. And I shared it a plethora of times on my platform. So I feel like anybody else come together and pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and operate on the law, the religious law, you know? Let's see, he said, thank you. He said, it is needed because a lot of businesses, well-known businesses, were funded off the cotton picking era. Who picked the cotton? The ancestors of black today. Yep. I'll show everybody. Okay. Well, you talk about the Homestead Act. And you talk about where they gave a lot of Europeans land. They gave it to them. They split the land up. Just like when I be talking about land patent and allodial deeds, I be telling people, you have to be educated on this, because what I be talking about is not no house. I'm talking about the land. I'm not talking about a structure that somebody builded. I'm talking about the land. And people have to be educated on what I'm saying. So it's almost like you at a race, right? And instead of you starting off at the race with everybody at the line, you don't have, everybody got shoes and everything and water. You don't have no water. You don't have no shoes. And they got holes in your lane where you run at. So you got to dodge all that stuff. And they make you start behind. Listen what I tell everybody. I'm not against reparations. I'm not. But it's a way to do things collectively. And if we as Moors and brothers and sisters on here that have platforms and things not willing to have me come on like the colleges do, like when one professor said, man, Carnell West is not going to sit and talk to you because they already know who you are. They're like, Tavis Smiley is not going to sit and have no conversation with you. They were like, because they know what you're saying is facts. They just didn't like Obama. I tell you, I don't be having no dog in no president race because I know presidents are not, they already selected through the electoral college. I know about this. I cast my right as a free man. Understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? We have to come together and have these discussions. We have a science. We can't have somebody else that tried to fight you in the war tell you your history. You know, they shouldn't tell you that. And so I tell everybody, and then somebody say, get a job. I have plethora of jobs. That ain't what I'm talking about. And that's what I be saying when people get on here and they just talk. And that be the sad part about us as a people. We just a talk. And I'm saying, we can't have dialogue as a people. We can't. Because this is what happens. A person say, I have a job, college educated, have a couple jobs, have a couple businesses that we run, you know? So that be the part with our people. That be the part with people. They just be talking and they can't wait to come on somebody's platform and speak. But that's like I be telling people with their political views and this, that, and the other. Have your own platform. This should be, you know, and do what you feel right. Because I don't have an issue. And I tell everybody, we got to know how to do things in the world. It's history, and you don't want history to repeat itself over and over and over and over and over. But isn't it sad that we let a group of, how can I say it, Moors that make this science look bad, sovereign citizens, and all these people that think they're going to overthrow the government, make the righteous ones look bad? I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen. Just like my professor, my Jewish professor said. He said, why do the world have a problem with you teaching your people your rich history? European Jews fought for their Jewish nationality. And if you talk about them per se, they use the phrase that they made up called anti-Semitic. But their encyclopedias, everything will tell you exactly what I'm saying. And you can see who created that phrase and that word, anti-Semitic. That's all I be saying. This stuff is talked about in academia, and there's nothing hidden. Everything that I be talking about is in the libraries, on the shelves, precedent law cases, doc number, Free Information Act, the Library of Congress. And then I'm part of an organization that I get a lot of information. You know, I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. I study. I know politicians. I know prosecutors, attorneys. I know professors. You know, I get things given me. I got books that cost thousands of dollars. Thousands that prove this. I can go to the court right now in Flint, Michigan, and go to the city hall and and the mayor pull out the document showing that before the Civil War and all that, we were Moors on paper. I can take you to the Moorish Science Temple of America right on Martin Luther King, show you this ancient legacy. So I'm not going to let a group of people make this look bad, you know. I was taught the science of semantics. That's great. You know, that's amazing. You know, I give everybody glory, whatever profession you have. I tell everybody, I'm not here to argue with no one. I'm not here to argue with nobody. All I'm telling us is you have a right of a nationality just like everybody else in the world. That's what I'm saying. And don't let the small tittle of a body give you the pretense that this is how this body operates. And you're always going to get something bad. Hell, people in prison that's murderers, some Christians and some Muslims and all this. So you're always going to get a group of individuals that may do things the wrong way. But all I'm saying is, those that understand what I'm saying, you have a rich history. And you're not Negro, black, and colored, or African American. And all this stuff can be researched. So once again, man, I love y'all. Gotta do my power workout. I'm gonna go holler at my brothers, because I deal with everybody. Down in Flint, Michigan, it's Holy Day. And with my Muslim brothers, it's their Juma, the call of prayer. I'm gonna show them Al Salat. And so, I love everybody, and peace.